was about the grind. Yeah, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again. What's up, Nasties? Happy Tuesday. How you doing out there? Thank you for watching and listening to us. Hit that thumbs up if you would like. We're not going to put too much pressure on you this summer. You want to slam the thumbs up? Go ahead. If you don't, save it for the fall, Joaquin. It's Joaquin Gage, Zach Kubich, Hernan Salas, EST Afternoons here live from the William Huff Studios. It's Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place. With easy access to real money games, you can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. Joaquin, how was two guys? The return of Cass.
Yeah, it was good.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Yeah, he's looks refreshed. Haircut. I didn't realize people were saving themselves for us for later on.
What do you mean?
That people are saving their thumbs for us.
Oh, for the fall.
Saving themselves.
Or you can do it now. We'd like if you did it now, but let's go. Fun show on tap. Inside the Numbers, Heat and Smoke. Trevor Beggs is going to join us. He's from Daily Hive and Locked On Canucks. He wrote an interesting piece on Patrik Allvin, of course, Canucks GM, kind of the good and the bad he's done so far.
3-year kind of report card thing?
3-year kind of the good, the bad, and where the team stands now. He kind of calls them like in that middle mush. Like that's kind of where they've evened out in these 3 years under Allvin. So, and Dakota Joshua trade last week. We'll get into all that, but I read the piece. I thought it was interesting. So why not? Let's talk some Canucks. Nick Anderson from the Edmonton Elks at 2:20 will join us as they are getting ready for their big game in Regina. Will it be Tre Ford? Will it be Cody Fajardo? Reports again from practice today. Guys are splitting first team reps. So it's going to come down to that depth chart on Thursday around 11 a.m. We'll find out who is the starter. Yes?
Can you tell me how practice, what happens in a practice on a regular basis? So, because I don't have a foundation of how it works with a football practice. How does it go? Like, so guys come out on the field. I'm assuming there's kind of a warm up. Then they split. Is that?
Well, they start out, so defense on one end, offense on one, specials in the middle, and they go through kind of just reads, like plays.
Split first.
Yeah.
Right? And then
after that, they go into their stretch.
Okay.
Split,
walkthroughs, stretch.
Yeah. Not walkthroughs, more like it is similar to that. Like the defense will have like trash cans, like the alignment, and they kind of just run through all these plays. Same with the offense. Then the stretch, and then they break into, and every day is a little bit different. They'll go into Skelly. They won't do double barrel. Chris Jones was the only one that did that.
Okay, you're losing me here.
Double barrels when
sounds like they're killing each other here.
They split the field, and two offenses go up. So the first team offense goes against first team defense. Okay. Second team offense goes against second. Skelly is just offense versus defense. So it's a little bit different. So they'll do that. So most coaches have like, we're going to run 60 plays today on offense. So meaning that Cody Fajardo will take 30 snaps, Tre Ford will take 30 snaps. So they'll split. And Killam said in his presser yesterday, Joaquin, like he goes, they're competing at practice this week to see who's going to start. And he goes, just like every other player on offense and defense.
Okay.
So
maybe we'll get talk to Nick Anderson about what did this week's practice feel like.
Yeah, for sure. Because it was because I only know Jones, and then when Jarius Jackson took over, he dialed it back a lot. Because like Chris Jones was kind of, they were long practices, they were very hard practices. Like you couldn't even take your helmet off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, plus 35, you weren't taking your helmet, you got in trouble. So when G-Roy and Jarius, they dialed it back and said, we need to get our players to the game fresh. because when Jones was there, the players were getting to games either hurt or tired. Right? So it's a little bit different. So yeah, it's interesting. Short practices. I can tell by Killam, he's more on the, the guys know what to do. They go through their plays, but he doesn't keep him out there too long, which is good. I think that's the way to do it.
It's changed. I think the benefits of it. I talked to Cass about it years ago, and two guys, how they found, even to pregame skates in the NHL now, they're a lot of times, the Oilers are basically optional half the time, right? They want these guys ready to go for the games themselves. So, but me personally, I came from a background of, it doesn't matter. There was a pregame skate. That's what you did.
Yeah.
You went and did it, even if you felt like garbage or tired.
But that's what I mean. Like, I think Jones it's a little bit old school. Like the way he runs his stuff.
That's what it sounds like.
But again, you got to evolve, right? Like, it hasn't worked for 2.5 years. It's not working again. Like, maybe dial it back.
Well, it's just like everything else. Everything's evolved to what you know from where you were before. I mean, no one's eating a big steak before they, the stuff, all the nutrition, every aspect of it has changed with preparing athletes for the top level of professional sports. So yeah, I can see I do see the benefits of holding guys back, because they're all thoroughbred racehorses, right?
Oh.
They're all in the stables ready to go.
And it's such a long season, Joaquin.
Oof.
Yeah, and these guys practice every day. Like they after a game they get a day off, but they're in for treatment or for film. You know what I mean? It's a grind. And I know they only play once a week, but it's a physical game. Like I want you one day, Joaquin, to stand on the sidelines and just watch a kickoff return and how these bodies fly around.
Oh yeah.
You're like, oh my, how did you do that? Like, it's just a crash course.
I was on the coverage team in high school. I loved it because you just ran 1 billion miles an hour and
you're just flying up.
Yeah.
Or you're getting knocked out, one or the other. That's great. Hey, good news for the Bombers. Zach Collaros in full gear.
What?
At practice today.
Maybe he should be wearing the Superman S.
So very, very interesting stuff there. But Ford Fajardo, it's such an interesting conversation because you committed to Tre for 3 years. The last game was bad for everybody, Joaquin. There's not one guy that you can say outside of the kicker, maybe. But I think he's shown that he can play well. And again, you're only going into your 6th game of the season. I don't think playing Fajardo means it's over for Tre Ford. I don't. I think maybe it's a reset. But I still feel like you committed to this guy to be your guy. Do you give him into this game? Do you give him at least a half to show you that he can bounce back? Or are you ready to move on to the veteran?
Oof. I'm in a tough spot, buddy.
It's tough, right?
But I think I think all of us at EST, our leashes, we're all at different lengths to start, but I probably could say all our leashes are quite short now.
Yeah.
And mine especially is, and the reason why I have an issue with Tre Ford right now is you're looking for something.
Yeah.
Anything resembling anything. And it would have just been nice to see some level of consistency, and maybe you are the best player on the Elk sidelines for that game, and get to a point where, you know what, the maybe we didn't have our best stuff, but one area that there was no concern was at quarterback with Tre Ford.
Yeah,
I want to see what we've all been talking about since, the start of the year when he signed that deal, that he's the guy, he's going to be the focal point moving forward. And even in losses where you're just like, wow, that team sucked, but did you see Tre Ford have times of dominance? Yeah. And we just haven't seen that, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, that's a good example. John Gibson. I'm just going to throw this name out there. John Gibson with the Anaheim Ducks was on a crappy team, and at times you were like, well, they could have lost 7-1, but he stopped 50 shots ago. By far, he's the best player.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Those types of performances I want to see from Tre Ford.
What you're saying is the Elks lose 45-43. But you're looking at Tre and saying he threw 4 touchdowns, guys.
Some dominance.
Yeah.
Like, be the best player on the field, win or lose.
Yeah. And listen, with BC losing and Winnipeg losing, you're only 2 games back, right? So, and this team needs to get going here. I'm still going with Ford into Regina, and I know you guys are probably sick of hearing this from me, but Tre Ford's gotten in there the last 2 times and played it's probably his 2 best games. He's been absolutely fantastic. So I start with him and go from there. Now, like you said, is the leash shorter? Probably.
He's got to march, man.
Yeah.
He's got to put points on the board. He has to consistently get them into scoring position, right?
Yeah.
And go from there. Can't be through like 2 and dones.
But now, the offensive coordinator, Joaquin, like, I know they only ran 35 plays against BC, which is outrageous, but you can't combine for 5 carries between Rankin and Leak. Those guys are far too talented. You can't go away from it. You have to get those guys involved. Maybe Tre, you got to get him moving out of the pocket a little bit more because he's so damn dangerous, Joaquin. Now,
do you run bootlegs? Do you run those types
why
of
not?
things? Right?
Like the classic Doug Fluties, man.
Yeah.
Why not? Now, on the flip side, the defense has to get a stop.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk to Nick.
And big stops.
Yes.
Yeah, these long,
their last on second downs.
Second and longs.
Yeah. They're long, they got to be better. Now, Metier out this game, Devondrick Bynum. That's 2 starters in the secondary. Sounds like Jake Cerezo is going to return. I am concerned for him because your knee popping out twice in one game, coming back 2 weeks later. It's just concerning, right? And he's got a lot of miles on the body too. Jake plays a lot. He's an absolute beast, but we'll see what he can do. And I'm intrigued to see what the lineup decisions are defensively because you got a few guys out, right? So it's going to be a good game. Trevor Harris, I mean, this guy is 70% or higher in completion. The Riders are feeling good. Their defense flies around. It's always tough to play in Regina, but the Elks have had success there. They have. So it's going to be, man, I can't wait for Friday. I think that's going to be a good game. Regina is one of my favorite places to go when I was in the CFL.
Really?
Hotel Sask is awesome. Best old fashions I've ever had. And their breakfast spot, I can't remember the name. If anyone from the Elks is listening, there's a breakfast spot we always went to, buddy. Best breakfast.
Really?
Yeah. It was just, everybody was there. Like the team, like management, everybody would go eat there. And then they have a place called Victoria Tavern. Oh, best grilled cheese with tomato soup.
Jeez.
Like their specialty.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a good little town, Joaquin. Never been?
Of course.
I guess so. Yeah, you played in Regina.
Well, I went to Notre Dame, so it's only 45 minutes south of Regina. So
you're like Rudy. You went to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Rip City Step. I do think coaching can improve on both sides. 100%. Hey, some sad news. You guys talked about it on Two Guys, Ozzy Osbourne. Again, I'm not a big Ozzy guy. I think I was telling Koob that he really came into my view was when he started the reality show with his family.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? I was never a big rock guy. He's a little bit old school, but how about you? You big Ozzy?
I wasn't into that type of rock too much, like the Alice Coopers and Black Sabbath. But I mean, I guess the first time I really heard Ozzy Osbourne was, I think it was Hawk and Animal. The
wrestlers.
The wrestlers.
The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors.
Yeah.
Because they came out to Iron Man.
Oh, did they?
I'm pretty sure they did. So it's like, who sings that? That's all cool. And then that's Ozzy Osbourne. So that was my first, okay, and I loved wrestling, so that made sense. But then, again, like you, I would hear songs and I probably know more than I think I know just from hearing them. But the reality show was hilarious when he's yelling at Sharon, the dog's graft on the carpet. Sharon.
I remember I was into the first season, then it kind of just went away. But it was a hit, right?
It's massive.
It was massive because you got to meet his kids and just the way he kind of functioned and all that. And the wife was pretty funny as well. Sharon, yeah.
But what was really funny is it kind of. All of a sudden, he was so recognizable. Where I think he was actually even at the White House Correspondents' Dinner where I don't know who it was at the time. Was it Obama goes on? I mean, Ozzy Osbourne's here now. What, are you kidding me?
And everybody loved him. I mean, we all know his decline,
Yeah.
health-wise and all that. And he would
was
still
extremely funny though.
Yeah, he would still do like hits and do what am I looking for, presentations and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Even though you couldn't really understand. Yeah.
Oh, he
So-
was great.
I know for the rock crew out there, an absolute legend. I'm seeing a lot on Twitter. A lot of people kind of just throwing up their favorite albums, their favorite songs, and all.
He was
that
only
fun
76.
That's pretty young, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty young.
Well, that's near the average life expectancy, though, for Americans.
Americans,
Like,
it's probably close to that for Americans.
And he
I
lived
think we're a little bit higher.
hard life, though.
Ooh, yeah, that's,
the booze, the drugs, and
Well, you could look at it and say, with all of the trials and tribulations he's been through, his addictions and stuff,
How is Keith Richards still alive?
living to 76 years old is quite the feat.
Yeah.
right?
That's more
He
like
lived a long
120
life.
if you really look at it.
Keith Richards is a different breed. Man.
Yeah.
that
guy is unbelievable.
Well, all the Rolling Stones, man.
Yeah, they're all.
Like Mick Jagger can probably still do a show.
I think he does still do a show.
Yeah. Oh man, so rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. And yesterday we lost Theo Malcolm from Cosby
God.
Show, drowned in Costa Rica. Very sad.
Oh no.
Yeah. So, yeah, 117, Edmonton Sports Talk. Hey, hit that thumbs up. Again, we're not going to hold you to it. It's summer. We'd like you to hit us up on the Nasty Chat as well, and on the River Cree inbox 780-218-9999. Of course, the afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their happy hour. It's 5:25 drinks, and it's available Sunday to Thursday from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. On the other side of the break, I'm going to ask Gager an Oiler question. I saw a little bit of rumors, but now it's coming from, something that was just mentioned on the show. And I want to get your thoughts on that for Inside the Numbers regarding Mattias Ekholm, the Viking. That's all coming up, and we continue to talk Elks as they get set for the Saskatchewan Roughriders on Friday. We'll talk Canucks and Heat and Smoke on the way as well. Slam that thumbs up. A little bit of Oilers talk on the other side of the break.
The Jays set a franchise record for the most consecutive wins at home last night with 11. They took the series opener against the Yankees by a score of 4-1, and they rematched just after 7. Max Scherzer gets a start for Toronto. Jays sitting first in the AL East, 4 games up of the second-place Yankees. And MLB action begins with 3 games at 4:40. Orioles meet the Guardians, Tigers battle the Pirates, and the Padres take on the Marlins. While for the Riverhawks, they play the Apple Sox for the first of 3 games. Edmonton first in the North Division, good for 9-3 in the second half of the season. Listen to the full game on any of EST's audio streams. First pitch at 7:35. And in CFL news, Winnipeg's Zach Caleros has participated in practice after he took a big hit in Friday's game against the Stamps, leaving midway through the contest. And from Toronto, Chad Kelly returned to practice as well. Nick Arbuckle is still taking first-team reps for the Argos, Kelly having yet to play this season. Down south, it was Tyrann Mathieu announcing his retirement from the NFL. He spent the last 3 seasons with the Saints. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at capitalcarefoundation.net. Some Oilers-centric talk is what brings us back on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Dave Thomas, he's the voice of the Riders.
You look at the amount of mileage that he's got on the tires. He didn't play a lot when he was in Toronto when he was learning the game, so he's got that advantage. The Riders' success is really gone around Trevor Harris, but also the ability to run the football, having that ability to have an offense that's balanced to set up the double moves and the play action pass, and that to me has been what has set this offense apart this season.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, presented by South Ford Chevrolet. Weekday mornings 6 to 9, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
Tonight on Will It Store, 1 man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
The Canadian Brewhouse is turning up the flavor this summer with our new summer feature menu. Try our jerk chicken skewers, Cajun shrimp tostadas, and street corn salsa. Bold bites made for patio season. Get them while it's hot. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
.121, welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Aiden O'Neill says the only Rolling Stone member that passed away was the sober one. Oh, boy. Rip City Step. Marathon runners usually die younger than rock star.
That's why Hernan only does half.
Half a rock star, half a marathon.
Yeah, full rock star, half marathon.
Oh, boy. Hey, hit us up. Nasty Chat, River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Slam that thumbs up for us. If you're listening, it's iHeart, TuneIn Radio apps, and EdmontonSportsTalk.com. Just slide on over and help us out with a good old thumbs. Joaquin. So yesterday on Twitter, I was seeing some stuff there. So I'm going to ask you this question regarding the Oilers. And like I said, this wasn't just, random fans talking about it. Mattias Ekholm has got 1 year left on his contract at $6 million, okay? He's 35 years old. We saw him, what he missed, like close to 20 games last year. Wasn't very good in the playoffs when he came back. An older guy, but when he's on, he's on. So I'm going to ask you this, and I want to ask our Nazis as well. The Viking, at 35 years old, would you extend them?
Do you extend... What do you have his salary now? What, 5.5?
He's at $6 million.
$6 million.
Yeah.
It's just so hard to replace that. Even if someone replaces him within the lineup, you'd still kind of want him available if he can maybe decrease his ice time a little bit, but a lower role, like not play as many minutes. I think there's some way that you can sign him max 2 years, but I got to look to try to possibly cut what his current contract is in half. Maybe it's 3.5 for 2.
Great minds think alike, because I wrote down I wouldn't go more than 2 years.
Who else thought that? You?
Yeah. No more than 2 years, because he's 35 years old. And also, not even close to $6 million. No, I'm sorry.
And it's cut in half, man.
Yeah. But you're right, because his leadership, he can still kill penalties. Maybe you bring down his 5-on-5, right?
Yeah.
He's really good with Bush. How much miles does he have left? I think that's the big question. And I'd be shocked if the Oilers extended him before the season. I think if they were smart, they'd wait till next year just to see how he responds this year.
If he wants to. Maybe this is it, right? Like, a lot of times what happens with Europeans, especially Swedish players, his kids are a little bit older.
Mm-hmm.
It becomes a very difficult, and I mean, I believe they've grown up here too, his kids for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But there becomes a time where, look, I'm probably going to move home soon. My kids were my son was a lot younger, but the decision to go, well, when do we go back home? When do they? Because now they have to go back and all their new friends, the new relationships that you have to go with your family. He might think I'm going to play out this year and go home too.
Because Euros, like, especially Swedes, like, they love going back home to
they can go
retire.
play. They go play another couple years in usually their hometown. It might not be in the elite series, or maybe it's in the second league, even third league. But I've seen that happen.
But they also want, I love it because it's almost like they want their kids to be part of their culture, to learn it, to live in it, right? So,
even Nick Lidstrom went back. I think he played in Västerås did he play? Maybe he didn't play when he did, but he went back and coached or something, or he owns the team in his hometown. But yeah, he wanted his kids. I think his kid actually played there too.
Oh, nice. Penner's Pancake says 2 years at 4.5 million-ish.
Why 4 or 5? Jeez.
Spency 5 cents, he says, yup, extend Ekholm, please, and thank you. Big Uke says, yes, unless the season he shows that his injury was far too much to reasonably recover back to its old self.
I guess that's a good point, right? You want to see where he's at come training camp.
Exactly.
If he's, because, correct me if I'm wrong, hasn't he been injured last 2 training camps coming out or during?
Right, yeah, because 2 years ago when they started slow, they kind of forced him back after the first game, right?
And we noticed right away.
But
so maybe he doesn't start the season.
But according to him and Bowman, he's healthy. That's what they said.
Yeah, no.
Oh.
He's not healthy. He wasn't healthy.
He hasn't played a full season since 2016, 2017.
Yeah, but
yeah,
you know how hard it is to play in all 82.
X-Ray J says 3 years and a walk-on coaching position. Scotty Note says offer him a job in management afterwards as well. Hampton Steve says I wouldn't extend Ekholm until I see him play the first couple of months of the season. Maybe a Christmas gift extension for him. I would, however, extend Walman immediately. So I think we're both on the same kind of, no more than 2 years. It's got to come down from that 6 million, like 3 to 3.5. Yeah. But do you do it now or do you wait until next season? At the end of this season.
I like the Christmas, see what Santa brings.
Yeah.
Because I want to see where he's at. Because again, each training camp, because wasn't it he injured himself 2 years ago, I believe, in the captain's skates, or something didn't feel right.
Yeah.
And he missed all of training camp. That was partially because Connor had captain skates starting now or something like that.
Okay, so I'll ask you this. So say you get $6 million in cap space. Does that automatically go to Jake Walman? I still don't think Jake Walman's a $6 million defenseman. Actually, I don't. The money that some of these defensemen are getting, Jake Walman might be. He's 29 years old, Joaquin. Very good at first impression with the Oilers. Very good.
You can hold off on Walman.
You don't need. There's no need.
There's no need to do anything right away. I don't think. Oh, if he starts, if he has 10 goals by November, maybe you start thinking about something. But
he's at 3.4, so he's going to get a raise. Are we looking at just over 5 then?
I don't mind 5.5 to 6.5 for Walman.
$4 million deal. I mean, 4-year deal.
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah.
Because you have what's the young guy? Emberson coming. We still don't know really what he's going to be, but you can tell he's a solid NHLer. He's still learning. You have Bouchard locked up. You have Nurse. So the big ones are Walman and Ekholm. Stetcher will be gone by next season. They won't re-up him. Kulak, interesting one as well.
Kulak's interesting because he's 32?
He's 31.
Yeah, he'll be 32 next year, though, right?
So I guess that's a good question. Listen, I love Brett Kulak, but at one point, do you look at your decor and say, "Okay, we got to get a little bit younger, and we can get a similar player for cheaper"?
You're not going to get a similar player for cheaper with Kulak. He skates too well.
Okay,
and it's a little bit different with Kulak, where your skating ability can give you a little bit more longevity in the NHL if you get around well, right?
Yeah.
If it starts looking like there's cinder blocks on your feet as an old defenseman and you start getting beat, that's you can't deal with that. The game's too fast. But Kulak can still outskate some of the issues I think that the Oilers have. If you're asking me, okay, let's look at these three guys. Let's look at Ekholm, Walman, and Kulak. Who is a priority? Is there a priority to extend one of these guys sooner rather than later? Or
that's a great question, Joaquin.
Or and who would it be?
That's a good. Koob, do you mind putting up the poll?
Trying to keep Koob off the poll.
The question is, who is a priority to sign of Walman, Ekholm, and Kulak?
Who's the priority? Yeah.
That's a very good question, Joaquin. Man,
hey, you know what?
You're bringing the heat today.
I saved some. I didn't empty it at two guys, buddy. I know you get. You should see this guy. He gets so mad at me if I'm explosive on that other program.
Penner's Pancake says Walman is a $5.5 to $6 million D-man. Well, let's ask our Nasties. River Korean Box 780-218-99. We'll have a poll up on YouTube. You can also touch on the Nasty chat as well and show your work. Why you would pick one of the three guys. You know what, Joaquin? I don't even know where I'd go right now. I need time to think about this.
Well, good thing, because we got an hour and a half to think about
because this. Kulak is steady Eddie. He's outstanding. He can play anywhere.
I think
Walman, small sample size, but I like his offense. I like his shot. He's got a mean streak. He's pretty good defensively. Struggles a bit on the PK, but you don't really need him if you have other guys. And then Ekholm, I just love Ekholm because of what he is, what he's meant to the game, what he's meant to this team, right?
You know what I like about Walman is because when the playoffs started, they didn't go well for him. Like he looked like he was really struggling. And I think just the whole playoff picture, everything was just a little bit, but it settled down and he became a real big piece of the puzzle. Yeah. So, and I hope that wasn't the pinnacle of what he's capable of, but for some reason, I just feel that he's going to, there's untapped talent and potential with Walman.
Penner's Pancake says Walman, Kulak, and Ekholm in that order. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Okay, so Kulak's 2.75. He's probably getting a small raise. He's only 31. Walman's getting a raise as well. Ekholm can't.
No.
Just because of where he is in his career. It's not a disrespect towards the player.
No.
It's the age and how much he's going to be able to contribute to this team. So, man, that's a good question, Joaquin. I still don't know. I'm going to look at the poll right now.
I think right now where I'm sitting, I'm going Kulak first, Walman second, and Ekholm third.
I think I got to go Walman first. And then it's very hard for me between Kulak and Ekholm.
Is it?
Right now, Jake Walman's leading the poll with 93%.
Wow.
Yeah, Kulak has 0. Is that because maybe
he's so good you don't realize how good he is?
But that's the thing, right? Like once you lose Kulak, let's say they do next year, are you going to be? Is it going to be one of those careful what you wish for?
Yeah, all these apology letters are coming into Joaquin. Oh, I can't believe you're so right, Gager. He was such a big part of our team. We're sorry.
Why is everybody saying huge Italy goal? What am I missing? Is there soccer right now? We're talking Oilers and you bring in this soccer talk. How dare you?
Football.
Man, that's all right, Gager. So I think I got to go Walman. I'm going to think about Kulak and Ekholm. Who's going to bring you more value in the next 2 years?
It's just I'm a little recency bias with Ekholm, right? He just looked. It looked like he was beaten down and nothing works anymore, right? And maybe ask me this question.
But does Kulak
November 1st?
Does Kulak take a step back?
No. There's only a steps forward with Kulak.
Rip City steps. Stop with the Carlson stuff. Stop.
Oh gosh, guys, come on.
Yeah.
You can't. This isn't Ottawa Senators Carlson. This is a shadow of his former self. Really good still, but not 11.5.
Yeah.
Please.
How much would you pay Kulak?
What is he? What did you say?
2.75 right now.
I would ceiling him at 3.5.
4? Would you be okay with, no? Too much for 4?
Well, maybe 4. I just friendship.
Well, I think Walman. Everybody's picking Walman, one, because he's the new guy, and he's got more offense, and maybe, and he's only 29.
And he's got that sneaky ability for open ice hits too.
Yes,
I like.
Like he's a sneaky good player.
Yeah, he's
like,
really.
If you're not watching him every night, you're like, Jake Walman, whatever. Yeah. But we got to see him, and we were like, holy.
Moves well, good first pass, mean, good shot, beaten goal. Like, you have to think that you're looking forward to what Walman brings to this team next year. Right? Because you kind of know what Kulak's going to bring. It's much of the same, which is just steady, good defending.
How about this? You take the $6 million. Can you make the $6 million work for Walman? No, you can't. Like that $6 million is going to go to Walman, right? Like Ekholm's money is probably going to go to Walman. But I still think they're gonna. I truly think they're gonna extend all three. Now, send us the order. What priority do you have for these three defensemen? Jake Walman, Brett Kulak, Mattias Ekholm are all free agents after this season, but there is rumblings around that some of these guys might get extended soon here. Who's your top priority to get signed, to get extended? And a lot of people right now, the front runner is Jake Walman. But there's a good conversation for Ekholm and Kulak because they're both steady eddies, man. They're fantastic when they're on.
You know what? And there's a good chance that you might see a few games with Bo Akey here.
Yeah.
I'm not saying to start the season or anything like that, but he is 20 years old. He can be sent to Bakersfield. Have him just play the legs off that guy and see what you have with him too. Because there's... Not next year. If he goes down to the American Hockey League and has some success, then you probably, then training camp opens up. Your decisions of these three guys, Bo Akey, I think a lot of the decisions on who signs and for length of time and stuff depends on the progress of Bo Akey next year playing in the American Hockey League too.
That's a good point, yeah. That was some Oilers talk for Inside the Numbers. Play Alberta at your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery instance, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. So, would you extend, Mattias Ekholm at 35 years old? If so, for how many years? And what's the money look like? And the second question is, who's your top priority to extend? Jake Walman, Brett Kulak, or Mattias Ekholm? Hit us up on the Nasty Chat River Korean Box 780-218-9999. Up next, Trevor Beggs from Locked On Canucks and the Daily Hive joins us as he wrote an interesting article kind of dissecting Patrik Allvin's 3.5 years as Canucks GM, and we'll get into all that next here on EST Afternoons.
Chad Kelly was back at practice for the Argos as he continues to recover from a serious leg injury he suffered in last year's season finale. Nick Arbuckle still taking first team reps. Other news sees Zach Collaros of the Bombers returning to practice. He left midway through Friday's game against the Stamps right after taking a big hit on the field. And from New Orleans, three-time All-Pro safety Tyron Matthew has announced his retirement after spending the last 3 seasons with the Saints. In baseball, the Jays and Yankees rematch, Toronto winning 4-1 yesterday in their series opener. Max Scherzer takes the mound for Toronto, first pitch at 5:07. Elsewhere, the Angels and Mets go at it. Giants face the Braves while the Astros and D-backs match up. Riverhawks also play. They're on the road in Wenatchee for the first of 3 games against the Apple Sox. Catch the full game on any of EST's audio streams with action getting underway at 7:35. This sports update is brought to you by the Edmonton Elks. Saturday, August 2nd, it's the Elks' next home game against the Ticats at 1 o'clock. Tickets start at just $20. Get your tickets now at GoElks.com. We talk some Canucks on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The EST Hangout.
What's interesting is seeing online how much fans are no longer buying into moral victories. We need wins now. And I get it.
But it was there against Winnipeg.
It was there.
That was a game where people were like, walked away and were like, okay, this is, like, again, to your point of how close it was late, who knows? What if Julian Grant catches that ball at the end of the first half?
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of The Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
It's 1:42. Welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. The former goalie, Joaquin Gage, Hernan Salas, Zach Kubish with you here on this Tuesday afternoon. Good conversation about Mattias Ekholm. Should the Oilers extend the 35-year-old stud defenseman who dealt with injuries last year towards the end of the season and played in the finals and wasn't at his best for sure. We're going to switch gears here and talk some Canucks. As an interesting article on Patrik Allvin and his 3.5 years as the Canucks GM. He's done some good, Gager. He's also missed, like most GMs, but to talk with the man that wrote this article, Trevor Beggs from Locked On Canucks and the Daily Hive joins us. Trevor, how you doing today, man?
I'm fantastic, gentlemen. How are you guys today?
We're doing great. You know, talking hockey on July 22nd. Nothing could be better, Trevor. Let's get to your article. Very interesting. I mean, last week we were on the air when the Dakota Joshua trade broke. We'll get to that, but I kind of like how you broke it down, like the good, the bad, and they're kind of a middling team right now. Is that kind of the general consensus there in Vancouver with the job Allvin's done so far?
Yeah, I would say that it's either the opinion that he's been a middling general manager, which honestly matches the Canucks record, right? You know, since Allvin took over, they're 15th overall in points, they're 14th overall in playoff wins. They are the definition of mid. Seem like things are going in a good direction, and then your Edmonton Oilers absolutely destroyed our Vancouver Canucks. Haven't been the same since Game 7 there last year. But I'll say that there's a pretty loud portion of the fan base that is calling for Allvin's head, which isn't a surprise. You guys know what it's like covering a team in a hockey mad market. But yeah, there's a good portion of the fan base. Some people ripping me for the article saying that I was being too nice to him, that Allvin should be fired and blah, blah, blah. So I would say the opinions in Vancouver range from he's done some good, he's done some bad, to fire this guy, he's killing this team.
Trevor, it's hard to replace a GM mid-season, but it's happened here in Edmonton. Depending on the Vancouver Canucks, how they start the season, does he get the full year, do you think, regardless of the success of the Vancouver Canucks on the ice?
Yeah, it's an interesting question. I would say I would be surprised if he got fired next season. I mean, of course, anything can happen, but you look back to Jim Benning, and, Jim Benning, I think most Canuck fans said he should have been fired, years before he actually pulled the trigger. So, Allvin's done a lot more good than Jim Benning, so I would be pretty surprised if he got fired early on. But so much of the Vancouver Canucks success or lack thereof, or even Allvin's job security kind of depends on Elias Pettersson, which does say a lot, right? I mean, if this team, if Pettersson comes out looking like a shell of himself again next year, this team's going nowhere, and the fire's going to crank up on Allvin for sure.
Trevor, it's interesting. You wrote about Pettersson in your article. At the time, the fair value was, it was fair value for what he had produced. Now, he had an offseason. The whole JT Miller situation there last year was just terrible for the team. But, I mean, Elias Pettersson to bounce back, what are you looking at for points totals? Because at the time, we talk about Darnell Nurse at the time. He signed that big deal. He was the Oilers' number one guy. Now he's kind of fallen to that third, fourth spot. But for Vancouver, what does Pettersson have to bring to kind of live up to that contract?
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it depends on if the Canucks make the playoffs, right? I mean, the thing about Pettersson that's interesting is that he's still a pretty good defensive player. Like, he's not Barkov, he's not Bergeron, he's not going to be in your face, but he's rarely out of position. He's often making smart defensive plays. But if for a guy making $11.6 million who's shown what he's shown throughout most of his NHL career, the bar has to be a lot higher than just being a good defensive player, right? I mean, for me personally, I think as the Canucks, they have to squeak into the playoffs. For him, it's probably like minimum 70 points while having a strong defensive impact. But of course, I think if that happens, a large portion of this fan base still won't be pleased. But I think so much hinges on whether they make the playoffs. But I'd say that's probably the absolute minimum you look for. I mean, look, the Canucks center depth isn't great. We all know that, right? Mm-hmm. It's Pettersson and Hedl and then Aatu Ratu and Teddy Bluger. Like, it's a bit of a mess down the middle, man. It's and you guys are blessed with a couple of great centers over at Edmonton. But yeah, again, this is a player still. When I was writing this article, I found it interesting that when you look at players scoring since Allvin took over, Pettersson still ranks like in the top 20, despite playing like garbage for about a year and a half now. So he's obviously an supremely talented player. It's just, can he unlock it again? It's a great question.
So Trevor, the Canucks have had, I look at it, 3 unique moves. So obviously they get Kane into the lineup, Sheloff's out, Dakota Joshua out. That caught us a little bit by surprise. How is the Canucks base looking at, and how do you look at these moves and trades? Do these help the team moving into next year, or this is more forward thinking?
Yeah, I would say the moves are fair to question. I mean, I think start with the Shelovs one. That's the easiest one. I hear you guys are into Shelovs, eh? I mean,
you mentioned gold. That's why I still live here, man. They can't get enough of us.
Yeah, I mean, the Shelovs one, I think the writing was on the wall, right? Once they re-signed Demko, Lankinen is locked up long term. You can lose him on waivers. I mean, that's true. That wasn't a sexy return. I was hoping they would do something similar to what the Sabres or the Panthers did with Devin Levi a few years back. Right. When they traded Levi in a first for Reinhart. Like something like that, package them up in a bigger deal. So, I mean, that one was underwhelming. The Josh one's underwhelming. They're clearly trying to, create cap space to do a bigger move. And the Kane one I found a bit puzzling too, to be honest. I mean, maybe you guys are going to be hyped up on Evander Kane, but I mean, you look at a guy, it cost him Pius Suter, it's cost him Dakota Joshua. Mm-hmm. He missed all of the regular season last year, and sure, he was great for a stretch in the playoffs. Then he also was a bit of a liability out there at times for you guys as well. So, and of course, we all know about the locker room drama in Vancouver last year. I know all the talk about Kane cleaning it up in Edmonton. He's got the family now and whatnot, but he's got a history of being a locker room cancer, and he's entering a locker room that was one of the most dysfunctional in the league last season. So, yeah, I think it's fair to question all 3 of those moves, and especially after the disappointment of last season, I think it's Canuck fans have a right to, question what's going on with Canucks management right now.
Trevor Beggs from Locked On Canucks and the Daily Hive joining us here on EST Afternoons. But Trevor, is it fair to say we'll hold off on judging the Dakota Joshua move because they did get the cap space, and we'll see where the Canucks go with that cap space?
Yeah, I mean, it all depends really on what the next move is. And I think there's a fear in Vancouver that it's going to be just more tinkering around the edges. Like, is it Jack Roslovic coming in? Is it just some other, middle 6 player worth $3 million? It'll really depend on what that move is. I mean, I think if you're the Vancouver Canucks right now, you got to be bold. And that's one thing I do got to give Allvin credit for. He's been one of the most active GMs in the league since he took over. And he's proven us wrong a lot of times too here in Vancouver. Mm-hmm. When they chose Miller over Horvat, no one liked it. When they acquired Hronek, when they were one of the worst teams in the league, no one liked it. No one liked the fact that they chose Rick Tocchet over Bruce Boudreau. all three of those moves did work out. I know you can quibble about the Miller-Pettersson drama, but Miller is a better player than Bo Horvat. So, he's made unpopular moves before and we've been proven wrong. Those moves have been bold. I think he's got to do something like that again. I don't think it could be tinkering around the edges if the Canucks are truly going to contend. I mean, they said before they can't just go replace JT Miller, which makes sense, but I think you got to go try to find the next like JT Miller or Brandon Hagel. Like, who is that, second line guy with a bit more potential, who's maybe struggling a bit, who needs a change of scenery, take a big swing because at this point, like they're stuck in the mushy middle. Like, what do you really got to lose?
Go ahead. How big, Trevor, is the captain's upcoming contract negotiations? I mean, I grew up on the mean streets of Kitsilano, so I know it can get cloudy in Vancouver, but how dark is that contract of Quinn Hughes?
I mean, to be honest with you, it was hanging over us for sure. And then Rutherford kind of poured some gasoline on it. I never heard a president make a comment like that before. That was bizarre. I don't know how much you guys caught of that media conference, but I think the media was so stunned that it ended after that question, or that answer, I should say. Like, everyone in that room was going like, WTF, like, what did this guy just say? So, yeah, to answer the question, it was certainly a big deal, right? You always knew it was out there. His brothers are on the same team in New Jersey. The Canucks has had a bad season, but Rutherford, I mean, give the guy credit. He's entertaining, but he absolutely poured gasoline on the fire there. So I'd say it's now a bigger concern than it was before.
Hey, Trevor, I follow a lot of Vancouver media, a lot of the shows and podcasts out there. Two names that keep popping up, Jack Roslovich and Marco Rossi. Are you hearing anything? Are those names that Allvin is interested in?
Yeah, I know the Canucks have shown interest reportedly in both of those two players. It was reported after the Joshua trade that they showed interest in Roslovic, which is why I think Canucks fans are starting to rip out their hair a bit more. And no offense to Roslovic, I think he's a fine player, but he also just sold low to go to Joshua to bring another middle guy in. So, and with Rossi, I mean, there's been reports out there, obviously, that they put a trade out there for Rossi that got rejected. Their interest in Rossi makes a ton of sense. I mean, Canucks are the only team with a huge hole down the middle, but I mean, they certainly could use another center for sure. I mean, banking on Hedel, Ratu, and Bluger behind Pettersson, who just struggled, is asking a lot, and it's scaring Canuck fans. So, yeah, I'm not sure. Again, that's the problem with some of the moves they made at the deadline, right? When before the deadline, they traded Miller, they flipped it for Marcus Pettersson. Sure, he's a great player. They didn't sell anyone at the deadline. It's like, this is already an asset poor team, and they're going to have a tough time making moves for players like Marco Rossi.
Trevor, it's interesting because, like you mentioned 2 years ago, like they took the Oilers to the brink, right? Like that series took a lot out of not just the players but the fans and the media, because it was, and they brought in the Lindholms and the Zadorovs, and then last year it's just a complete mess. So when you look at the GM Allvin, I know you said he's kind of like he was runner up for GM of the year a couple of years ago. But what grade would you give him right now? Because he has made some really good moves. He acts quick too. Like, he doesn't let the mistakes kind of just sit there. He kind of tries to move on for them pretty quickly. But if you had to give a grade to the Vancouver Canucks GM, what would it be?
Yeah, it's a great question. I would probably go with a C+ right now. I mean, like I said in the piece, I went through, every single one of his transactions in his 3.5 years as GM, and I decided there's been more wins than losses, right? I mean, that's hard to deny. But the disappointment of the last 12 months and the confounding moves this offseason, I mean, there's been some good in there, right? With the extensions to Garland and Besser and Pettersson. Yeah. There's been good in there as well. But I mean, the Canucks are still stuck in the mushy middle, right? And that does fall on Allvin. This is largely his team. There's been a ton of turnover since Game 7 against Edmonton, right? I think there was something like the Canucks have 9 players on their roster, or even less than that actually played in that Game 7, which is crazy, right? We're talking a year ago.
Yeah.
So again, he deserves a lot of credit for getting the Canucks out of a hole that Jim Benning created. He made bold moves to get there, like the OEL buyout, rebuilding the team. But I think he failed to ice a good product last season, and he's starting to look a bit more dumb and desperate to me than shrewd and intelligent. So I'm going to go with the C+ because I keep holding out hope, man, that for Canucks Nation, that, prove us wrong, right? Prove us wrong. Maybe Kane's got more gas left in the tank. Maybe Hedel is going to be the next JT Miller, but it does feel like we're grasping at straws a bit here. So I think a solid C+. That's what a GM in the mushy middle deserves.
Last one for you, Trevor. The Dakota Joshua one really, it puzzled both Hernan and myself. We were like, and looking at his stats, like there seemed to be a steady progression. Obviously, with the cancer diagnosis, that's got to affect you. Not getting being away for the start of the season. Wasn't he on the path to kind of surpassing his previous totals, scoring wise, anyways?
100%, and that's why I think the decision to bring Kane in and get rid of Joshua to me is puzzling. Because I mean, Kane's obviously got a longer track record, but he's 33, 34. Joshua is 28, and he's a pretty young NHLer, right? He's played 3 seasons now, so. And yeah, to your point, it's that season before last where he had the cancer diagnosis, he had another injury mid-season, he just never really got going. In 23-24, he was on pace for 22 goals and 40 points, production one of Kane's last seasons in the regular season. So, yeah, to me, it is puzzling. And, not to mention, I think, he obviously hits a lot. He was really good on the penalty kill as well. He brought a lot to the table. So, again, when I mentioned dumb and desperate, this is kind of what I mean, right? Putting the fence on Vander Kane, getting rid of Dakota Joshua. It's what the hell is going on here?
Trevor, great stuff. Great breakdown of the Canucks. Great article. You can find it at Daily Hive. And with that, just tell our listeners where they can find your work.
Yeah, 100%. Appreciate you having me on, guys. And, I got lots of family in Edmonton, and, it's I was definitely cheering for Florida, man. Like I said, rivalries with Florida matter, man.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
My family got mad at me for that one, but at the end of the day, I'm just jealous of you guys, man. I wish my team was playing in the Stanley Cup final, but you can find me on Twitter at Trevor Beggs. I also host the Locked On Canucks podcast. Speaking about talking hockey every day in the summer, we do it on Locked On Canucks. You can find that on YouTube or wherever you listen to podcasts. You can also find my work at dailyhive.com.
Trevor, this has been great. Look to have you on during the season. We're always talking Canucks and Oilers, so thank you for taking the time. Keep enjoying the rest of your day in the summer, man.
Will do. Hope the rivalry's worthwhile next season, boys. Let's do it.
All right. Trevor Beggs from Locked On Canucks, Daily Hive. That was great. Great breakdown.
Yeah.
It's going to be an interesting year, man.
He's got a lot. They have a lot to talk about with that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
That'd keep us running for at least 3 weeks.
Yes, 100%. Like the Shelovs deal, the Dakota Joshua deal. What's going to happen with Quinn Hughes? Are they better? Yeah. What's Evander Kane bring to the table? What does Hedl bring with the concussion history? And he named off their centers, and yikes. What does Elias Pettersson do?
So I wonder what their lineup looks like. Who does Kane play with?
He's top 6 for sure.
Yeah, but does he play with Pettersson?
He might. Puckpedia right now has Pettersson, Besser, Hoglander, Hedl, Kane, DeBrusk.
Hedl, Kane, DeBrusk.
It's pretty good.
That is good.
You lose a little bit in that third and fourth line, right, for the Canucks. But I think defensively they're good. Hughes, Hronek, solid. I like Marcus Pettersson. Tyler Myers, I know he takes a lot of heat in Vancouver for his play. And then you have the other Pettersson, the younger one with Forbort.
How many Petterssons are on that team? 3?
3.
Jeez.
Hey, portion
2 Elias Petterssons.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry.
Well, was one Elias and one's Elias?
Elias and Elias. Portion of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. Patio season is on at the Canadian Brewhouse.
It is.
Sunshine, cold drinks, and the best atmosphere. Grab your crew and head to the CBH. And hour 2, Nick Anderson from the Edmonton Elks and Heat and Smoke and more Oilers talk. That was a fun segment with Trevor Beggs. Big shout out if you're a Canucks fan. That's a tough one though, because he's honest. Like this team might who knows where they go this year.
Yeah.
I'm thinking they might take a small step back, but great conversation there. Hour 2 on EST afternoons coming up after the break.
The Lock Shop.
I think we all agree Vladdy's got much more to give. I mean, Vladdy's got 13 homers, 48 RBIs. He's so fun to watch when the team is good because he is a guy that, I mean, he's a big team guy. He's got a lot of energy. That can, I guess, go both ways. I mean, if the team's really sucking, that energy level's sort of low and you can feel it, but holy smokes, he and that team dialed in right now. And it kind of feels like they're playing playoff baseball right now.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Alberta's biggest sprint car race is back and bigger than ever. The Alberta Extreme Sprints are set to unleash their power at Rad Torque Raceway for the Extreme Cup August 1st and 2nd. See the best sprint car drivers in the province battle it out for the richest purse of the season, as well as 600 sprints, hobby stocks, mini stocks, late models, and Alberta Outlaw Modifieds. The Extreme Cup, where speed meets chaos. August 1st and 2nd at Rad Torque Raceway, just west of Highway 2 and Highway 19 at the Edmonton International Airport. Tickets and info at radraceway.com.
Win a trip to Oshiaga with the banquet and Aperol. We're sending one lucky guest to Montreal with flights, hotel, and 2 tickets to one of Canada's hottest music festivals. Enter by July 26. Details in store or on the Banquet app. Get real. Play hard.
You know Dawn. Everyone knows Dawn. Dawn from
Frontier Cartage. That's right, it's me, Dawn from Frontier Cartage, where we're setting the standard for cartage service in Edmonton and beyond, offering city cartage, Alberta highway, short haul deck, and more. My team and I are bringing our years of industry experience and expertise to every mile.
Join Dawn and her boys in a new chapter in transportation excellence, dedicated to exceptional service. Call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Breaking news in the NFL, Ian Rappaport from the NFL Network is reporting that Commanders wide receiver Terry McLaurin was not present for a conditioning test today, saying that he's seeking a new contract. In baseball, the Jays hold first in the AL East, up 4 games on the second-place Yankees after winning 4-1 in their series opener last night. Toronto and New York rematch just after 5 o'clock. Max Scherzer gets the ball for the Jays. Around the league, the Reds and Nationals meet. It's Washington taking a 10-8 win against the Reds last night, before the Brewers and Mariners go at it, with Milwaukee shutting out Seattle 6-zip yesterday. On the road, the Riverhawks and Apple Sox open up a 3-game series. Edmonton 9-3 in the second half of the season, good for first in the North Division. Tune into the action only on EST with all of our audio streams carrying the game, which starts at 7:35. In the CFL, Winnipeg's Zach Collaros and Toronto's Chad Kelly both returned to practice. Kelly having yet to take a snap this season. Nick Arbuckle taking first-team reps at practice for Toronto. Collaros, however, making his way back into the fold. He sustained a huge hit Friday night against the Stamps, taking him out of the game. He took first-team reps. It's Winnipeg visiting Toronto on Saturday. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of EST Afternoon starts right now.
All right, hour 2 here on EST Afternoons, live from the William Huff Studios here in the west side of the city. William Huff, since 1952, has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of Valley clients. Their unparalleled customer service, combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be, is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. Fun first hour talking Canucks. We talked which of these 3 Oilers defensemen is a priority to re-sign: Jake Walman, Mattias Ekholm, and Brett Kulak. And I guess the side question, would you extend Mattias Ekholm at 35 years old past this year? If so, how many years? What's the money look like? It's a good conversation, as all 3 guys will be free agents after this year. Ekholm 35, Kulak 31. Jake Walman, 29 years old. Hit us up on the River Korean Bucks, 780-218-9999. Nasty chat and slam that thumbs up. We're close to 50, so that's a good summer number. Hey, did you like how I said that? Summer number.
I like it. You know what I really like?
What?
Is if there was a fourth option and it was William Huff, I'd extend them first.
Oh, yeah. William Huff's awesome.
I think when are they over at the new place? Doing the new place?
They got to be soon.
Yeah, I thought I heard Dusty say they were over. What's happening with the signage wall? We're going to have to redo that?
That's William Huff, man. That's what they do.
No, but everyone's signed in the hangout room.
Oh, good point.
Right?
Damn, I didn't even think of that.
I think I heard Maddie saying something that it should be okay.
What do you
mean? They're skilled enough
that they
to
can
get
take
that wall off. That has everybody's
Really?
signature from the hangout room, 9 to 11 here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Manawanik, Tom Gazzola, and plethora of other guests who come in back and forth each day, different guests. But we got a lot of signatures on there. I don't know, Craig McTavish might have signed that wall as well. Tre Ford, Justin Rankin.
I know.
Yeah, there's been a lot.
So many great names, including myself, Zachary Kubish, on that wall.
It's kind of a wall of fame.
It is, 100%. So on the poll, which D-man should the Oilers make a priority with an extension? Jake Walman leads 75%, Ekholm 13%, Kulak 11%.
You guys.
Gager doesn't like that. And we're talking about Quinn Hughes. He has this year and next year under contract.
Yeah.
But I think Quinn Hughes has to see this team being a playoff team if he wants to stay.
Well, yeah. I mean...
And it's not automatic he goes to the Devils.
No. There would be some sort of... I mean, the Devils would be crazy not to facilitate that trade in some shape or form. Like, if I'm Devils management, I am finding... That's one sole person's job right now.
Yeah.
Because not only are you getting one of the best players, but you're also... The marketability of having all three brothers play together.
Yeah.
I mean, when's the last time that's happened? The Nordiques? Howe's? Sutters? What? Has there ever been three brothers to play?
The Courtnalls? No.
There's only two of them.
Oh.
Unless they cloned one. I don't know.
Who was it? Jeff and...
Russ.
Russ.
The only ones I think of are the Nordique brothers. Or not the Nordique brothers, the Stastny brothers.
I'll say this. Any deal with the Devils has to involve Hischier. Vancouver would be dumb.
So yeah, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Whatever that kind of thing happens. But because you can't lose him for nothing.
Oh, no. You cannot.
You have to get some sort of return. So I guess you don't really, it's next summer when those discussions, and maybe it's 1-for-1 with Bouchard. How many of you would trade Quinn Hughes for Bouchard?
I think everybody would. But he is the butcher, though.
How many would trade Quinn Hughes for Bouchard or trade Evan Bouchard for Quinn Hughes?
Edmonton fans, would you trade Evan Bouchard for Quinn Hughes?
Vancouver were riot.
That's an easy move.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
But that's the trade request we get.
Yeah.
and they probably have to send a first round back to Edmonton.
Probably.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Bison Mask Guy sent in a really long text, so I'm going to get to it piece by piece here throughout the segments. Talking about which Oilers defenseman they should make a priority.
Okay.
He says, Jake Walman, 1. Why? Age, 28. He's actually 29. Prime years for a defenseman. Let's see. Legit top 4 puck mover with speed, can play PK and transition game. Analytics darling, great possession numbers, better matchup flexibility than Kulak, plus future core piece. Can grow with Bouchard or Nurse. Ideal extension, 4 years at 4.25 to 4.75. Good value before he hits UFA and price jumps. It's not a bad breakdown.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Should get your own show or something.
Yeah. You want to be a guest? That's great. Coob, are you ready for Heat and Smoke?
I've been ready.
Oh,
I've been waiting.
Vamos!
Come on. Let's run it.
Okay, somebody stop me.
Oh, I love that intro, but I'm changing things up a little bit here, boys. Usually we would go kind of, I guess back and forth. You guys would play trivia against one another. against one another, and we're kind of going to do that as well. But before it was just like hockey-based trivia, sort of in a sense, like more generic, like, I don't know, what happened on this day 80 years ago or something like that, or to name a player or whatnot. But specifically for today, I'm doing player profiles of players who at least one point in their career suited up for the Edmonton Oilers.
Okay, let's go.
Right.
So I have 4 names. I'm going to be dishing out hints. Each hint is going to become a little bit more obvious.
Okay.
So the more guesses that you fail on, you should be able to get it by like hint 3 or 4.
But
you know what I mean?
Are we competing or we're guessing together as a unit?
I'm going to say individually. So
Okay.
each of you will go back and forth
Okay.
with a guess. Beforehand, it would be whoever got the most recent question right, we would defer to the loser. If you get the question right, you're going to keep on guessing. So if you guess the player on the first hint, you're going to get the first crack at the next player. Okay?
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Any questions here, fellas?
No, let's go.
You're on your phone. You weren't even paying attention.
What are
You're
we
just
doing?
Like, we
Let's
got
go.
a show?
Let's go. I got it.
All right. So this player, and it doesn't have to be drafted by the Oilers just to play for the Oilers at least one point in their career. I just want to say that before we start. Okay.
Joaquin Gage. No? Did I get that one right?
No.
Not yet.
Never mind.
So this player was selected 4th overall. I'm going to get you guys to guess. I know that's very broad.
Can I guess?
Yeah, sure. You're raising your hand. That was very polite.
Jason Bond Sr.
Ah,
Are you kidding me?
No.
of course.
Yes.
Of course it's Jason
What?
Bond Sr. All right, what are you looking at over there?
No.
How'd you guess that?
He's the
That
only
was
one
so
that's
random.
selected
Well,
fourth.
it's either him or
But you don't
Pugliarvi.
have to have it.
Oh, is it
Okay,
Pugliarvi?
it's not even an Oiler. Okay. It's a former Oiler. You don't have to be drafted by the Oilers. So that's crazy that you guessed that. Yeah.
Did you know Jason Bond Sr. was supposed to be Mario Lemieux 2.0?
Have I told
He
you?
was supposed to be Jason. He was supposed to be Jason Bond Sr.
Hey,
Okay?
all I'm telling you is what I read back in those days, the comparisons, okay?
But if you were to, like, I remember we came out and he looked like Mario Lemieux because he was 6'6" or 6'5", and he skated really choppy and did all the things, and it looked exactly like him.
And he wore
And then he only
64.
played 79 NHL games.
Yeah.
Did he play 79?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep. Yeah. It started in the 94-95 season, like
know,
one
I was-
Joaquin Gage. Yes.
Yeah, I was
Played only
there.
one game.
He was.
Yeah, you were there. Yeah.
He was terrible.
All right. Moving on.
Okay. Okay. I'm going to change things up. This player was a OHL champion. They won the OHL championship.
I'll let Joaquin go first.
Yes.
Taylor Hall.
No.
Zach Cassian.
No. And the next hint, this player is active. He's an active player.
Active.
He played on the Oilers.
At least one point in their career, yes.
1 point in their career.
And it will be you, Gager.
Jason Strudwick.
No.
Evan Bouchard.
Yes.
For real?
Yeah.
Is it? He won a
Yes.
Memorial Cup?
Not a Memorial Cup.
OHL.
OHL. London Knights.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know how you're guessing this. You guessed Jason Bond Sr. and you're like, oh yeah, he was
I thought
He's
you
one of
said
2
Memorial
Oilers.
Cup.
Only get pick
Never
4th overall. You don't even have to be drafted by the Oilers. Okay.
Good
Maybe
guess.
I'm making these too easy. I don't know.
Good guess with Taylor Hall. That was my first
Like,
guess.
Well,
My-
you picked. If you got it right, I would get mad because they were on the same team, weren't they? Wasn't
Zach
Cassian?
Cassian? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
I'm like, he better not
Well,
get this one right.
Okay, I was going to say selected 8th overall. Would you have thought Evan Bouchard right away?
No.
And then I was going to say he had 18 goals and 82 points one season.
Yeah, that's easy.
Okay, that's too easy. Wow. I don't know what I'm doing here, boys.
I would've said
No, it's
Ryan,
good.
I would have said Ryan Smith. Those ones. What was he?
6th overall.
6th.
All right.
2 picks
This-
after Bond Sr.
This next player, his best season, he had 22 goals and 22 assists in 82 games with the Minnesota Wild. So 44 points, 22 goals with the Wild in his best NHL season.
Ooh,
Hernan.
With the Wild.
Yes.
That's a
You
good
get to
one.
guess, Hernan.
And he played for the Oilers at one point.
At one point in his career, he did play for the Oilers.
I'm thinking of a defenseman. That's not it, obviously. A forward.
Why do you say obviously?
Think, Hernan.
He ever did.
There's a lot. Like, I find the Minnesota Wild are hard to remember which players played for them.
Yeah, they all look the same.
I'm just trying to think
you
of the
always
player
think
that
about
played
the
for the
same jersey.
Oilers. Nick Schultz played.
He didn't get 22
No,
goals.
he didn't get 22 goals.
We're gonna need a.
I'll pass this one because I don't know.
You're gonna.
The
defer?
only name, but
It
Scott
won't hurt to say a
Pellerin,
name.
but it's not.
Yeah.
He didn't play. He didn't play.
Is it Jim Dowd?
Jim Dowd or Scott Pellerin? No, those are both wrong. The second hint: he was drafted in the 7th round.
Oh,
so 7th round, he had a 22.
Oh,
goal
I
season.
know. Can I answer?
Do
Or-
you? Yeah.
I know who it is.
I don't know. Yeah.
Brian Rolston.
No.
Kyle Brodziak.
I don't know how you're pulling this out. I'm getting
genius.
upset. I thought I made these hard.
Wow.
It is
Brod-
Kyle Brodziak. Yeah,
He
the
scored
Saint,
22 goals.
Yeah,
Did he
the
really?
St. Paul, Alberta native.
Yeah.
Played
Great
for 4
guy.
teams. He started with the Oilers and ended with the Oilers.
Should try to get him on the show.
I'll talk to
He was a
him.
good guy.
He's a good dude, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a good dude.
All right. Well, no matter what, Hernan is winning this round, but I do have one more player.
Okay.
He was born in Russia.
Who
Neil
goes?
Yakupov.
No, and it was supposed to be Hernan.
Oh,
I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. This is done. I'm not having fun. I'm not stumping you guys.
Born in Russia.
It's not that serious, Hernan.
Nikolai Habibulin.
Okay. No. Gager.
Boris Mironov.
I like it, but no. And I didn't give another hint. I'll let
Andrei
you guess again.
Kovalenko.
No, this player was drafted in the 2nd round. And born in Russia.
Born in Russia.
Born.
No, there's not. I'm not spinning it.
The Oilers haven't had many Russians.
Sergei Samsonov.
Oh, good one.
No.
Nikita Nikitin.
Nikita Nikitin is not the right answer. So this guy's a cup champ in the 2000s, a 2nd rounder who was born in Russia.
Cup champion.
At this point, you could just start guessing names. You're like, oh, was he drafted 2nd round? I
Did he
don't know.
play for the Oilers? That's interesting.
And he did play for the Oilers, yes.
A Russian guy.
Maybe he was just born in Russia and he's not Russian.
No, he's he's definitely
What
Russian.
is he Russian? Okay.
He's probably one of the most Russian guys to ever play for the team, which doesn't really mean anything because there's a lot of
okay, go.
Russians.
I think I know.
I don't know how that's
Igor Kravchuk.
Igor Kravchuk, no.
Ilya Brizgalov.
Yes.
Oh, right.
What?
The cup champion?
When did he win the cup?
With the
with
Ducks.
Anaheim. Backup?
Yeah.
Must have been.
Yeah. And he played for 5 teams. His best
If
years
you would
were
have
in
said
Phoenix.
scared of bears, I would have got it.
I don't know how a Russian can be scared of bears.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
And started and ended his career with the same team. Started with the
I'm
Mighty
going to have
Ducks
to
of
hear
Anaheim.
about he mopped the floor with me for the next
That was a
week.
sweep.
Oh, here.
That was yeah,
no
wow.
gentleman's sweep there. That was a pure...
Oh, well done, Coop. I enjoyed that.
That was
we should do more of
You
that.
did. You got them all right.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I didn't enjoy it.
Because I'm a genius.
Okay, I'm making it harder next time.
Okay. The afternoon inbox
Call me a Dyson.
is presented
Because
by
I
the River.
sucked.
It's by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out Steve Earle and Reckless Kelly on July 25th or the Bay City Rollers on August 7th. All you got to do for tickets, rivercreeresort.com or the River Cree Resort box office for tickets. That's the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. Coming up next, Edmonton Elks star linebacker, number 48, Nick Anderson joins us here on EST Afternoons.
According to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport, Commanders star Terry McLaurin was not present for conditioning testing today. He's seeking a new contract. In CFL news, Zach Collaros and Chad Kelly returned to practice for the Bombers and Argos, respectively. Collaros taking first-team reps. Kelly, second-team reps with Arbuckle. The only Toronto quarterback seeing action this season. It's Argos Bombers battling Saturday. And the Jays and Yankees have the second of 3 games just after 5 o'clock. Max Scherzer gets the ball for Toronto as they sit first in the AL East, 4 games up of the second-place Yankees. MLB action, though, begins with 3 games at 4:40. Orioles meeting the Guardians. Tigers battling the Pirates, and the Padres taking on the Marlins. For the Riverhawks, they play the Apple Sox, opening a 3-game series. Edmonton first in the North Division, good for 9-3 in the second half of the season. Listen to the full game on any of EST's audio streams. First pitch at 7:35. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc, locally owned and operated since 1993. They're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. Elks linebacker Nick Anderson checks in on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
Collingwood Rob. I married a lovely Scottish lass. I wore a kilt to honor her family's heritage. At our reception, one of her friends ripped my underwear off and wore it on her head. I was as cool as a cucumber south of the border the rest of the night.
She was 3 sheets to the wind, and he was 2 balls to the breeze.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Tonight on Will It Store? 1 man, 6 bikes, and all the winter decorations still boxed up in the garage. Don't be that guy. Make space for summer with Sentinel Storage. Try 4 weeks free at sentinelstorage.ca.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Everyone knows when you need a truck now, you call Dawn.
That's right. You call us, Frontier Cartage, when you need driver coverage or have a truck that's down.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you've got way more freight to move than you thought.
You call Dawn from Frontier Cartage.
When you need a truck that's available and ready to start anytime you need.
You call Dawn at Frontier Cartage, 587-222-5826. 587-222-5826.
Got some gently used furniture or home goods that need a new home? Find Edmonton is here to help. Every month we furnish over 100 homes to those transitioning out of homelessness, and we need your gently used furniture and home goods. Drop off at 5120 122nd Street or call for free local pickup. Just visit findedmonton.com to learn how your donations can help create a home for someone in need. Plus shop our thrift store, in-store or online, with proceeds benefit those moving out of homelessness through housing supports. Visit us at findedmonton.com. Find Edmonton, supporting our community one home at a time.
.223, welcome back to EST Afternoons here on Edmonton Sports Talk. Cube is just working on Nick Anderson from the good old Edmonton Elks, as they got a big game coming up this Friday, 7 o'clock. From good old Regina. I've texted the media guy at the Elks, so he's going to let me know what's going on here. So we'll try him in a bit, as they have a big game here. A lot of discussion about Fajardo and Ford splitting reps at practice. Who's going to get to start? We won't find out until Thursday about 11-ish when they send out the depth chart. So it's going to be a fun. Is Dusty doing that game?
Maybe, yeah. I think so. Isn't he doing the Riders game?
Nobody knows.
So, do you think Killam will do what he did before and have that set kind of, okay, Fajardo will go in at this point, do some, and then we'll go back to Tre?
He might.
Or,
okay,
if Tre is rolling, does he say no? Like, because when that happened before, it was like, why he's rolling right now.
That's the thing. I think I know you plan for it, but if your starting quarterback's rolling, you don't take him out. That's
especially with that record. You can't afford to, right?
No. So in that sense, because I know Jarius Jackson did it last year in Montreal with McLeod and Tre when Tre wasn't playing yet, and now McLeod wasn't playing well on the road, and they threw in Tre, but it was kind of pointless. Like, just leave the guy. He's in rhythm already. He's feeling it. He's in the game. So just got to go with that.
I think that would be the best avenue to success if that's the way it goes. You've mentioned numerous times how Tre performs at Mosaic.
He's been good, man. He's been really good. Our guy Nick Anderson currently sits 4th in the CFL in defensive tackles with 38. He also has 1 tackle for loss and 1 quarterback sack. Mika Awe has 51 defensive tackles. Now he's played 2 more games. So,
is Nick Anderson? Is there possibilities of him being the defensive player of the year?
I mean, there is. I think he's right there with in tackles, right? Like he's 2 games behind the leader, and he'll catch him in 1.5 games. I just find Nick Anderson's always around him, man.
His ability to read the play is elite, right?
Yeah, he's been he's always around. Now, this defense has to improve. This is the thing for me. Like, we can question talent and all that. Like, for me, there's enough talent on this defense. There's enough CFL vets that they can't struggle this bad.
No,
they got to be able to find a stop here. And now it goes with the offense, because the offense can't go 2 and out, and then your defense is always on the field too, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it goes together. Like, the Elks need to sustain some long 8-9 play drives.
Yeah.
Give that defense some rest. And now the defense at crucial times, I think you said it in the opening, they have to make that crucial stop. When the game's tied in the 4th quarter, get that damn offense off the field.
That happened against the Red Blacks, right? I believe there was about just a little under 4 minutes left to play. Red Blacks were moving, and they got that stop. They went for it in 3rd down and got the stop, and it killed it right there. They got to get more of those during the game too, not just at the end to preserve the lead. It's just taking the momentum out of the offense of the opposition. I think is more important. Erode that confidence, knowing we can go get this.
In hockey, we use the term trap game a lot. Can you feel it? It's a trap game maybe for the Riders?
Because
they went into BC and smacked them around. They're feeling
really.
Yeah.
Are they fat and sassy right now?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Can they feel fat and sassy and take an Elks team a little bit lightly?
No, of course you can.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to have a lot of fire. But I don't think so. Just because of when you look at the stats of last game, like the score didn't reflect the beating that the Elks took. I think.
No.
Right? So they're got to be hungry.
Same with BC though. BC, it was a 6-point game last week, but the Riders owned them.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't even close. So interesting. I heard you guys talking about it's the 3-year anniversary of the Tkachuk trade. He went to the Florida Panthers for Jonathan Huberdeau, Mackenzie Weegar, Cole Schwint, and a 1st-round pick.
Who was the 1st-round pick? Do we know?
I can look it up. But
he just got drafted 32nd overall this year, right?
Yeah.
So,
Dusty was asking, do the Oilers have a Stanley Cup without this trade? I don't know if I'd go that far, Joaquin, because that team is still so damn good.
It's
Tkachuk wasn't at his best.
Yeah, he was.
Cullen Potter.
Well, he even said he was so hurt that he played well.
The year before, what he does, man. Look what he did to Evander Kane, looking for him the whole time. Like, he does so many other things, and he contributes offensively.
No, I know. But I'm saying, like, Huberdeau was pretty damn good in Florida. Like, he fell off in Calgary, right?
I think. Well, we always talked about Huberdeau, and it was just highlights. But half of I don't want to say Huberdeau's a really good player, and I liked what I saw from him last year. But Sasha Barkov's he's a different level, man. Because that's who he played with.
This trade went down. I was like, wow, Calgary, you did. Like, I knew Tkachuk was going to be excellent, right? Because he's
100-point guy.
But when I saw Huberdeau go to Calgary, I'm like, man, Calgary just got, and Mackenzie Weegar.
Yeah, I thought they got a lot. But I think the Huberdeau 115-point season was the Nuge 100-point season.
Okay. I mean, that's fair.
Because he didn't come close to that before.
He was better last year, but yeah.
He was a lot better last year. But the point totals don't reflect how good he actually was. He really changed his style of game to be more along the full 200-foot player.
So Huberdeau has a 92-point season and a 115-point season. And then in Calgary, in the last 3 years, 55, 52, 62.
Yes. And last year was a really good year.
I'd almost say Weegar's been a bigger impact for the Flames than Huberdeau has.
Way bigger,
right? So, what a trade. Yeah, I mean, if you would have, that trade would kind of, because Florida also made some killer moves too, man. Like,
yeah, but you just look at the change of the team.
Yeah,
that's why I said it. I really think, and I know when players talk about their teammates, they're going to praise them, but when you hear other people outside the organization talk about the culture shift once Matthew got there, the swagger, those types of things, bringing a player like that in, that's the difference maker. And maybe that's what Ike can do for the Edmonton Oilers.
Oh God, please. Wow.
He's going to change the culture.
Oiler fans are losing it right now. If that guy needs to change the culture. Oh, buddy. That's crazy. But yeah, an unreal trade. Listen, I think it's working out a little bit better now that Huberdeau's kind of, he's chipping in a little bit. He's never going to be that 100-point guy.
No, but you watch how he plays. I think for the team to be successful, he's changed the way he plays the game.
Yeah.
And he's still a unbelievable passer and high hockey IQ player.
Yeah,
right?
He's got a bit of a mean streak.
Yeah, it is. It's not like he's a complete perimeter player too, right? So, and he really found some success with Kadri last year too. A little bit of chemistry.
Yeah. Like, I think Huberdeau's a hell of a hockey player. Again, he's like Nuge to me. Like, those 92, 150-point seasons are a little misleading, I guess. But Tkachuk, I mean, Florida got the best player. Yeah. Plain and simple. So, yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, I really think the Oilers, I mean, if the Panthers don't have Tkachuk and the Oilers beat the Vegas Golden Knights, I think they win the last 3 cups.
Yeah, sorry, Joaquin, but I wouldn't go that far. I'm sorry.
You got to start agreeing with me here.
Also, 37 years ago today, the Oilers acquired Greg Adams from the Capitals for Jeff Courtnall. We were just talking about the Courtnalls, yeah. Greg Adams is a forward.
Yeah. Really, still in really good shape. I remember we were playing in the Alzheimer's tournament, and there's the All-Star game, but it's reserved for the people that raise the most funds for Alzheimer's, right? So, and then they're equally distributed with pros and stuff. And there was a couple real cocky guys on the team, and they said, "No, we want to play you guys straight up." And this is on the last day. Everyone's had, pretty tired at this point. But they popped out to a 2-0 lead, and everyone else was gassed. And then I remember Chris Joseph go, "Okay, Greg, time to end this. We can't let these guys win." And he unleashed.
And so
he was playing at full like older but NHL speed and blowing past guys. I remember one time he came down the wing, danced the guy, went to the outside, ripped it, and I thought he killed the goalie because he hit him in the helmet with like a wrister, and I was like, oh my god, he's dead. Because he just went straight back. But yeah, Greg Adams preserved our legacy of NHL all-stars not being beat by beer leaguers. Better than Leon and Connor the other night.
By jabronis. In 2005 on this date, you know what happened? It was very significant in the NHL.
2005 lockout.
The NHL Board of Governors voted 30-0 to pass the cap-based collective bargaining agreement that the Players Association had approved the previous day. The deal ended the 310-day lockout that wiped out the entire 2004-05 season.
Oh, yeah, I was in Europe for that.
That was a tough year, man.
Was it?
Yeah, because I wasn't in the media or anything, and I lived for Oilers hockey, and it was just brutal. There was so much hope, and every day they'd be like, "Oh, they're closed," and then they finally just called the season. That's the year I became a poker fanatic. Oh, that's all you would watch on TSN, right?
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah, it was tough over in Europe too, because all these guys were trying to find spots to play, right?
Matthew Tkachuk on the Nasty Chat said, "Spicy Heat just said I'm the best player. Clip it. I didn't. Not the best player. I said the best player in the trade." Are we good? All right. We do have Nick Anderson from the Edmonton Elks joining us here on EST Afternoons. Nick, you're on with Joaquin and Hernan. How you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Now that I'm on with you guys.
Yeah, of course. Nick, you guys are coming off the bye week. A slow start for the team, 1-4, not ideal. I know you guys were hoping for a better start, but can we just go back after that last game and going into the bye week? Did you think for you and your teammates that it was a good spot for that bye week to kind of just reset?
Most definitely, man. I granted the first bye week, I wish we would have had back, especially with us going into this 10-game stretch. That would have been nice to have another one. Mm-hmm. But I feel like the second bye week was definitely perfect. A chance to reset, a chance to regroup. Had a lot of guys go down in that last game, so a chance to get guys healthy and get some more guys acclimated to getting ready to play. And so like I say all the time, man, bye weeks come at the right times, and I'm glad that we had one to kind of get everything back rolling to go into the 10-game stretch.
Nick, looking ahead, going into Mosaic, is this kind of game lining up a little bit perfectly for you, having a Riders team that, Hernan and I were joking, a little fat and sassy over last game's win, and Elks really hungry, not having to worry about the home crowd, can just kind of really focus in and get down to business here?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I always look forward to away games simply because I feel like it's a chance to go into a different environment, a chance to go somewhere that's a little hostile, and you really get to prove what you are as a team and, just show your identity, especially going somewhere like Sax that is having a great season, has been known as a physical football club, a club that's built on, just having that physical, hard grit mentality. The fans are going to be pretty rowdy there. So I always just look forward to, just challenging that atmosphere and having that atmosphere be our first game to go in the 10-game stretch. I feel like it's going to be phenomenal.
Edmonton Elks linebacker Nick Anderson joining us here on EST Afternoons. Nick, defensively struggling a bit here through the first 5 games, giving up a lot of points, struggling on second down. What do you assess that to? Is just something for you guys to buckle down, kind of schemes, communicating with JC Sherry, your defensive coordinator, or is it a combination of the other team just capitalizing and performing at a high level?
Overall, I just feel like the execution. The coach can call anything that he wants. Mm-hmm. If we're not executing at all 12 positions, then the play won't work. And that's just when we went back and looked at the film from the first 5 weeks of the season, just lack of execution, missed tackling, not getting guys on the ground before they get to the sticks. It's just all fundamental things, and that's been the emphasis this week, is just clean up those fundamentals. And second down has been a huge point of emphasis because one of the teams last in the league as far as getting off the field on second down. And, when you look at it, that's been our kryptonite in getting drives extended. The one win that we have versus Ottawa, we were able to get them behind the sticks on first down and got them in second and long opportunities. And even when they threw the ball up short, we was able to tackle and get off the field. And so that's definitely been a point of emphasis in practices, is just taking the right angles, tackling, and then being aware of second down and getting off the field.
Nick, you're going up against a former Elk and Trevor Harris this weekend. For you, without giving too much away, I guess, but how do you have success against Trevor Harris? This is a guy that's been quite good, one of the best players in the CFL so far in this young season. How do you get him uncomfortable and off of his game?
Just like you said, man, making him uncomfortable. I feel like, he has a quick release time, so being able to affect him and get hits on him, any chance that we get is going to be big. And also just being sharp in your execution and your coverages. He's a polished quarterback that's seen a lot of football, seen a lot of disguises. So the more that we can give him different looks, make him uncomfortable, get simulated pressures, and just affect his vision and his timing of things, the more we can be able to execute and get the victory against him on Friday.
Nick, we had Shaylin Garnes on a few weeks ago. He was making his first start. A rookie to the CFL, but a guy that's had some NFL time and down south, obviously. But what have you made of the rookie up here in his first couple of games playing alongside you and Niles?
Man, it's been great, man. He's a guy that, doesn't talk as much. More of those guys is more like a sponge. I would describe him as being one of those sponge type of guys that, just soaks up all the information around him, is quick and eager to learn. Had a great training camp, so when his number was called, I wasn't surprised that he was able to jump in and execute. And just another guy also that's a rookie, Kenny Logan, a guy that played special teams last week and really, jumped off the board on special teams. But also, when we had a couple dings, he was able to jump in and had 10 tackles in the game. Yeah. And so that rookie duo, man, it's just great to see those guys be able to get their opportunities and be able to execute on it. Just looking forward to, those guys just stepping up. Because like I said, it's professional football. Your name here called and your number can be called at any time, and you have to, show up and be ready to execute, and those guys have been doing that.
Nick, how tough is Jake Saresna? I mean, his knee popped out twice in that game. He's a back at practice. I know Jake from my time with Edmonton. Of course, he was with Toronto last year. But what does it mean for you guys to see a veteran like Jake Saresna just continue to pile away here, despite what happened 2 weeks ago with his knee?
Man, Jake just a soldier, man. He's one of those guys, man, that, like I said, bleeds green and gold. He jokes all the time about him being the only Edmonton Elk player that was an Eskimo. So that just goes to show you, his pride for this organization. And it was good to, see him back at practice, despite, him, getting dinged up in that last game. But that's just the bulletproof type of guy he is, man. He's going to, keep fighting. He's going to keep doing what he has to do to, show up and be available and execute for this football club.
Last one for you, Nick. I know you'd give up personal success for team success, but you are having a really good season. You're around the ball all game. You're fourth right now in defensive tackles, 1 quarterback sack. How have you felt in your second season in the CFL?
I felt pretty good, man, but always got, room for improvement. After every game, I'm trying to find ways to get better. I still haven't played my perfect game yet. And if I have it the way that I want it, my perfect game is going to be years to come, because I feel like as long as you're playing football, you got to always find something to perfect yourself at, because the minute you firing on all cylinders and got it figured out, then that's when it's more than likely close to the end. So I just try to be consistent and consistently have that mentality of getting better week in, week out, consistently every time I'm stepping on the field, whether it be practice or the game. I'm putting out better tape than I did the last game, and that's just been my mentality. It's a long season, and just trying to be the best version of Nick Anderson every time I step on the field.
Nick, this has been great. Thank you for taking the time to join us. I know you guys are busy, and you guys fly out Thursday. All the best Friday in Regina. We'll be watching, and hopefully we'll have you on in the near future.
Most definitely. Appreciate y'all. God bless.
All right, that's Nick Anderson, Edmonton Elks star linebacker, rookie of the year last year, currently fourth. Well, tied for third, in defensive tackles. And if you watch the Elks this year, every time there's a he's right there. I like what he said, though. They got to tackle better. right? That's a big one. Like tackle with they're just throwing their bodies, it seems at times, and just missing. A lot of it comes down to execution. It's key. And like I said, it ties in with the offense. The offense needs some long drives, keep these guys fresh. So it's going to be an interesting game on Friday. Trevor Harris, man, he can sling that ball. He's pretty damn accurate, Joaquin. So they got their hands full, but there's a reason you play the game. And especially in the CFL, because any team can beat any team at any given time. So big shout out to Michael Curry from the Elks for hooking up Nick Anderson. Always a pleasure to talk with that guy. He's such an absolute beauty.
He's awesome, man.
One of the good guys. So we got to get out. We'll close it out next. This day in sports history. We'll tee up the Reed Wilkins show that's coming up with Jay Milne from 3 to 6. This is EST Afternoons on Edmonton Sports Talk.
Multiple sources have reported that Washington's Terry McLaurin skipped today's conditioning test with the Commanders as he continues to seek a new contract with the team. For the Argos, Chad Kelly took second-team reps at practice. Nick Arbuckle still taking first-team reps, while in Winnipeg, Zach Collaros took first-team snaps after leaving Friday's game early against the Stabs due to a heavy collision. In baseball, the Jays and Yankees rematch, Toronto winning 4-1 yesterday. Max Scherzer takes the mound for Toronto with first pitch at 5:07. Elsewhere, the Angels and Mets go at it. The Giants face the Braves, while the Astros and D-backs match up. Riverhawks also play. They're on the road in Wenatchee for the first of 3 games against the Apple Sox. Catch the full game on any of EST's audio streams. Action gets going at 7:35. The final segment of EST Afternoons brings us back after a brief intermission. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you in the loop.
Avocado and feta dip, passion fruit cheesecake, and cocktails that taste like summer in a glass. Try the new feature menu at The Banquet. Refreshing, craveable, and made for sunny days. The Banquet. Get real. Play hard.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Summer in Edmonton means 3 things: warm weather, long nights, and plenty of sports. From the lake to the links, you can boost your summer fun with hundreds of casino games, live betting on your favorite sports teams, and access to popular lotteries. All in one app, anywhere in the province. Download the Play Alberta app today and deposit $20 or more with promo code YAG50 to claim a $50 free bet. That's promo code YAG50 for a $50 free bet on us. Redeemable once per Play Alberta account. Remember, if you gamble, please use your game sense.
Your home for live music and great performances is the River Cree Resort and Casino. Don't miss award-winning platinum country artist Jake Owen at the River Cree Resort and Casino, August 15th. Get your tickets at rivercreeresort.com. River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement? Bet on it.
Hey Edmonton, ready to take advantage of lower rates and better pricing? South Fort Chevrolet in Fort Saskatchewan has you covered. From rugged trucks to sleek SUVs. And with over 40 years in business, you can trust that you're getting the best deal on your new ride. As the proud title sponsor of the Nielsen Show, EST listeners can drive a little to save a lot with South Fort Chevrolet's transparent pricing and down-to-earth sales team. Visit us today in Fort Saskatchewan or online at southfortchev.com.
All right, it's 2:48. Some interesting music choices today by the Coop. Hey.
I'm playing what we got on the docket, baby.
Yo, baby. The afternoon inbox presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out their Tap 25 restaurant prime rib special, Gager, just $18.99, and it's available 7 days a week from 11:30 a.m. to 11 p.m. So make sure to check it out. Slam that thumbs up for us. We're about to close this. I almost said a bad word.
No, did it?
About to close this.
Oh, that's good.
I'm like, man, Hernan, you're not in your car. Just some news. The Blue Jays set a franchise record with 11 straight wins at home with last night's win over the Yankees. They're rolling.
Are they for real? I'm waiting for the
for real.
I'm waiting for the.
They're 4 games up on the Yankees, bro. They better bring in some talent at the trade deadline that's coming up.
Yeah.
Because you might as well go all in.
No, you don't mess with a good thing.
No, you need to add. Toronto Raptors, Joaquin, will be holding training camp at the University of Calgary.
Are you going?
No. That'll be pretty cool, eh?
That is cool. Why not, right? I think I'd like them to be to travel for home games in different arenas. Like, why can't they have one of their home games in Edmonton?
Well, they had an exhibition game here.
No, but why not one of their home games?
They're going to play an exhibition game in Vancouver against Jamal Murray and the Denver Nuggets.
Ugh, Vancouver.
On this day in 1989, Prince Batman soundtrack began a 6-week run on top of the billboards. What song is it? What album? Did he do the Michael Keaton soundtrack?
Oh, hail, new king in town.
I never heard that, man.
Young and old.
Never heard that, bro. On this day on 1987, Summer School was released in theaters.
Mark Harmon?
Yeah. 1983, Jaws 3D was released in theaters.
Oh, what was that called?
It's probably terrible.
Oh, yeah. It's almost close to Sharknado. And I think they were in the Bahamas for that, and the shark followed them there. It was a cousin of the one of the
original Jaws.
Yeah.
Birthdays today: Shawn Michaels, 60 years old.
Sweet chin
The
music.
Heartbreak Kid. And today's National Hammock Day.
Ooh,
You
nothing
like-
like a good hammock.
Oh, there's nothing like laying in a hammock on a sunny day, but you're in the shade
In the
and you take a
shade,
nice nap.
yeah.
Oh my.
I haven't been in a hammock in a long time.
Either have I.
I should, I know, you go to patio furniture and they have them and stuff, and I don't know where I'd put it, though.
Because you need a good spot.
You need a great
Yeah.
spot. You need probably a big tree. I mean, you can tie it to the fence, but I don't know.
Crazy. We need more hammocks in our life.
We do need more hammocks.
Oh, that pretty much does it for today and this day, and blah, 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 blah.
Just coming up, Reed and Jay.
They'll have Mark Killam.
Cool.
Elks head coach.
Nice. And if you're worried about Jay, don't worry. He's not lactating, but he just keeps spilling stuff on his right boob. So,
yeah. What do you want to do tomorrow, buddy? It's summer, baby. I'm open for anything.
maybe we'll go on the road for our show. You want to go do it somewhere?
Don't even tell Iwanik. Well, we got Hernan's World. We'll have another edition of Who Dis. Remember, you got to text in because we got to timestamp it. The first person that gets it wins. He gets 2 points in the standings. And at the end of August, Joaquin and I will give a prize to the top point leader. You have to guess the player. All right? It's fun. I have a good one.
I feel like Connor's going to sign tomorrow, so stay tuned. We'll probably
Whoa. For real? For
just
real?
trying to get listeners, buddy. So don't work with me here.
Connor signing tomorrow. You heard it first. That would be freaking amazing.
That would be good.
I think it's going to be in August.
Yeah.
A nice August day when we're completely out of things to talk about.
What do you mean August? We're ramping up. Then.
Oh yeah, NFL baby.
Yeah.
Got to hit every city.
That'll be fun.
That'll
Get
be
Hacksaw
great.
on.
Oh, Hacksaw would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then,
Big Uke says, I'm so nervous. I don't know what's going on in this nasty chat. They got their own convo going. Well, that's what it's for, right?
It is.
Yeah. Max Bezuzo, I'm going to buy a hammock now. I'm pretty sure everybody once in their life has been in a hammock, but
Yeah, it's just getting into one sometimes, like a true hammock, not the fake ones.
Spency 5 cents. I bet you Jay has more than one hammock set up at Casa Milne. Oh, for sure.
Oh, I wonder. Yeah, he would have a hammock.
Oh, yeah.
I could see Dusty. You ever been to his house?
Dusty's?
Yeah. In the backyard. He's got a good place for a hammock.
Yeah.
I could see Dusty's a hammock guy.
Yeah.
Who's a hammock guy around here?
I think we all are.
Who's the biggest hammock guy?
Here?
Yeah.
It's got to be Trev.
Yeah.
No doubt in my mind. I could see Trev posted up.
Trev is down
in
with baths and hammocks.
He's outside his backyard. Banana hammock, maybe. That's all he's
Oh,
wearing.
Dusty's still here. What the hell?
Wow.
I didn't see that.
Holy smokes.
Holy smokes. Holy cannoli. Putting in some OT. We are moving though, so the place is a bit of a mess.
It is.
Yeah. It's gonna be sad to say goodbye to this place, Joaquin.
It is.
I hate goodbyes.
I hate goodbyes.
All right, this has been a fun show. Big shout out to good old Trevor Beggs from Locked On Canadians and the Daily Hive. Great breakdown of Patrik Allvin, the Canucks GM. It was a really fun conversation. Go back and listen. Spotify, Apple Music. Nick Anderson from the Elks. We also had Heat and Smoke inside the numbers. And tomorrow we'll have another loaded 2 hours for you here on EST Afternoons. For Coop, for Joaquin, I'm Hernan saying enjoy the rest of your day. Stick around for Jay and Reed. We love you all. Chowders.
Except for